Part 43, The Age of Paradise. Listen to a part of the sayings from Spiritual Energies with the topic, Humans and Elves, by Lubisha Stoyanovich, who transferred the sayings received in deep meditation to the book Enlightenment. Energy Clouds spoke very briefly, almost as an announcement of future sayings, which surprised me. For a time, people lived in the second dimension in paradise, together with the civilization of the elves, with whom they had extremely friendly relations. Elves were much more developed than humans, so they wholeheartedly helped humans in their development. I wanted to learn something about the possibilities of people through the time window when they were in paradise and lived in excellent relations with the elves, a civilization that was significantly more developed than ours. I am asking to enter the moment of coexistence of humans and fairies, when human civilization has reached the highest level of healing possibilities, which I can immediately take over. I see a huge man. No, he jumped a height of 200 to 300 meters, and a distance of about 2 or 3 kilometers. It just touches the ground and then rises in some direction. That time was 127,000 years ago, just before the expulsion of people from paradise. One man is lying sick. The one who was jumping came to help this sick person. In everything, he looks like a normal man. He is dressed in some beige clothes similar to ours, with the fact that he has a kind of dress, almost down to the ground. He comes to the patient and places his right hand over his eyes, and his left hand under the left rib in the area of the gall bladder. Around both of them, a transparent ball with a diameter of about 2.5 m is created, from which energies move, like reddish flames, towards the patient's body. After some time, the patient opens his eyes, rises on his elbows, sits down and bows to the healer. They both get up, hug each other. The healer leaves with jumps of several hundred meters. The patient is completely healthy. There are no more images and I exit the time window and return to the normal frequency of 20.6 Hz. I immediately ask the keys of sacred knowledge to tell me what I experienced in the time window. Did I get some healing abilities that I can apply? Lubisha, this is your first entry into the time when people lived together, in harmony and friendship with fairies. The time you received from 127,000 years back speaks of the period when extremely powerful healing effects were achieved, precisely thanks to the transmission of knowledge to humans from the fairies. The film that was shown to you talks about a general power that was at the highest possible level and which consisted of, as you saw, the healer putting his right hand over the patient's eyes and pointing his left hand towards the diseased organ. In this case it was a disease of the bile, because the healer placed his left hand in the area of the gallbladder. That gesture, which can be real or imagined, activated a healing action that constitutes an extremely large number of knowledge and possibilities within the framework of that transparent ball that envelopes the healer and the patient. The tongues that emerge from the ball remove reversible and permanent changes on the diseased organ, and the organ is completely healed at high speed, in 1 to 2 minutes. The patient does not experience any discomfort or problems due to the incredibly fast healing process. He only feels relief, removal of discomfort, and no later than 2 minutes after placing his hand on the diseased organ, completely healthy in normal functioning of the organ. This is, therefore, a healing session for individual organs, and if there are 2 or more diseased organs in the area of the placed hand, only one will be healed, and that is the one in the worst health condition. You can apply this an unlimited number of times during the day, in the same way, where it will be enough to just imagine placing the right hand on the eyes and the left hand on the diseased organ. Lubisha, You will be able to learn about many more healing possibilities of that time in subsequent attempts in the time window, which today's man would not be able to realize without these fairy powers. You have a high percentage of fairy energy and you will implement all these methods with ease. The treasury of sacred knowledge is grateful for your interest and sends you a lot of spiritual patience and love.